MC, Orange County Fiber, Orange County CASA, Orange County Community Foundation, Paoli Health and Living Community, Riley Oil Company, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Summers Seamless Gutters, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Orange County Eats, The Superburger and Whitfield Investments.
It's a matinee matchup as the Paoli Lady Rams venture out on the road on this Saturday as they made the trip north to take on the Edgewood Lady Mustangs. Good afternoon, everybody. From Edgewood High School, Dave Dedrick along with Bert Pedigo. It's time now for Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3, streaming live on WUME953.com and Ask Alexa to play WUME 953. Both the Lady Rams and Lady Mustangs looking for a bounce-back game today as they both suffered losses earlier in the week. The Rams, of course, had their two-game winning streak snapped at home on Thursday night, losing to the Orleans Lady Bulldogs. While for Edgewood, they had a six-game winning streak on the road, fell to their conference rival Northview on Wednesday night, 42-31. As they come into today's game at 8-2, the Rams are 2-7. But for Edgewood, Bert, the biggest loss was not only the game, but their point guard as well.
Yeah, one of the Bland girls. They had the twins, and the one goes down with a knee injury, and it's one of those freak accident kind of things. She's just bringing the ball up court, no contact, not really making cuts or anything like that, and the knee just goes out. So they really have a big hole to fill because she was the point guard, got them into the offense, a good stabilizing force on the defensive side as well. So they're going to have to kind of feel their way today and for the next couple of weeks trying to get back into that rhythm that they had.
And for Coach Donovan Cruz, the Paoli Lady Rams, of course, they had a game plan coming in with Allie Bland in the lineup.
Yep.
Now that she's gone, they also will have to adjust on the road this afternoon.
Yeah, change it completely. You really don't know what you're going to get as far as who's going to be the ball handler and whether or not you can pressure them or even what they're going to emphasize on the offensive end, because the Bland girl was getting double figures, and they have two other double-figure scores and definitely one to contend with in the Kreider girl, and she will be a handful, to say the least, for Paoli regardless.
Edgewood, as we mentioned, 8-2. Head coach Gary Sims in his 17th year here at Edgewood High School, 244 and 158. And for the Rams, head coach Donovan Cruz in his fifth year, 54 and 46 overall. Had a chance to talk with both of those coaches as we continue with the Team OC pregame show. Team OC expanding possibilities one at a time. We'll talk with Coach Sims and Coach Cruz. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are you looking to make an impact in Orange County? The Orange County Community Foundation is here to help you do just that. For over 20 years, OCCF has been supporting our local community, empowering nonprofits, and driving a positive change through generous contributions from people just like you. And now we have an incredible matching opportunity that only lasts a limited time. When you contribute to our Share the Love of Orange County Unrestricted Fund or any of our unrestricted funds, your gift will be matched 2-to-1. That means for every dollar you give, the Lilly Endowment will match it with 2 more, tripling your impact. This matching opportunity won't last long. Contact us at 723-4150 or visit our website at occf-in.org for more information. Your contribution today will support vital Orange County programs and services for years to come. Join us in building a better community together and build a stronger, more vibrant Orange County. Orange County Community Foundation, where your passion meets our purpose.
As we roll on with the Team OC pregame show, head coach Gary Sims, our friend here at Edgewood High School, joins us now, the head coach of the Lady Mustangs. Good to see you, my friend. How are things going?
Yeah, it's good. Good to see old friends from back when I was at Mitchell, and welcome to Edgewood.
Well, we're glad to be here. Thank you. You couldn't maybe push the time back a little bit, but hey, that might be our only complaint so far today, Coach.
Well, we made the early trip last year, didn't show up. We never showed up last year, so it's good to have a home one though.
All right, yeah, I was going to say you've been on the road for a while.
We've had several straight road games, and we finished before Christmas with 2 home games. So yeah.
Tell us a bit about this team. You're 8-2.
We're 8-2. We're playing really well. Our only loss before the Northview game was a very highly regarded Bloomington South team who beat Center Grove the other night. So we've had some nice wins. We beat Sullivan on the road. We beat Linton here. We've had some nice wins. Tough one Wednesday night, though. You and I were talking before we did this recording that we lost our point guard, Maddie Bland, at Northview Wednesday night, and we were beating Northview at the time, and they ended up losing that one. But we're still excited about our team.
I was going to say, even with that, it's a tough loss for you, but how does this team have to rebound and regroup today?
Yeah, we're going to have to find leadership. I mean, Maddie was your locker room leader. She's your leader in the huddle. She's your leader out on the floor, obviously, as the point guard. She's a vocal leader, too. She's not a quiet leader. So others are going to have to step up. I expect that we got a veteran team, no seniors, but we got 10 juniors that have been around for now 3 years, and they've experienced a lot of varsity basketball. So we'll see how we adjust.
I was going to tell us a bit about this team, kind of offensive, defensively. What will you have to do now?
Well, we like to push the ball, but Maddie spearheaded that. So we're still going to try to push the ball. We're much better running than we are in half-court sets, and we're going to try that. We can't pressure the ball full court like we'll try to do that a little bit, but we can't do it as much as we have in the past because, your bench isn't as strong and you don't have that quickness out front like you had. But still, we're going to try to pressure some, at least at the start of the game, and we're still going to try to push the ball. I know we're going to see some zone, try to beat the zone at the floor.
Coach, as you mentioned, with her out, you're going to have someone step up. Will it be by one girl or will it have to be by committee?
We're going to need Macy Kreider to step up. Macy Kreider's 5'10", 5'11", gazelle that has really gotten better. Maddie's sister, Allie, will have to handle the ball more now, take the point. And Allie's been scoring a lot for us, but now she's going to have to maybe handle the ball, and so that, not off the ball, so she's going to have to take some leadership. And that's what Ava LaRoche is able to score some for us. And then we're going to move Kylie Murphy into the starting spot for Maddie, and Kylie's got some potential to score a little bit. So, it'll be, we're going to have a couple girls individually step up, our two leaders, Macy and Allie particularly, but the committee's going to have to step up too.
But as you and I were talking before, Coach, it's easy to talk about it here before the game, but until you have to get somebody out there and how the girls mentally will react as well.
That's a great point, Dave. How are we going to be emotionally? How are we going to be mentally? We're going to have Maddie chart energy-giving behaviors today to give her something to do just to see if we got girls that are showing positive energy and not getting down after the first mistake and things like that sometimes you tend to do when you lose a key kid. And this team is as close as any team I've had, Dave. So it's like their sister went down, too. So now we've got to be able to respond to that. So we're going to see if we get positive energy from our team today.
But what about your matchup with Paoli today?
Well, obviously the Hopper girl inside is she's a worker. I mean, she is she's not tall, but she posts as hard as anybody we play against. And so we're going to have to, keep her off the boards, to pressure their guards a little bit, try to force them out of their offense. And then against their zones, their 2-3, their little 1-3-1 they'll play, we got to move the ball and get the ball inside. We can't rely on the three-point shot the whole game.
What about lineup for your team today now?
So it's going to be Allie Bland and Kylie Murphy at guards, Addison Yearby and Macy Kreider at forwards, and Ava LaRoche will be a third forward. All juniors, and then we'll have some juniors come off the bench. And as long as probably might see a little bit of Kelsey Davis today. Fortunately, we're only playing 2 quarters of JV, so that gives us a couple JV players that we'll probably see some minutes today to get them out on the floor with Maddie's being out.
Coach Sim, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. Great seeing you. You and your ball club have a good game today.
Hey, it's good seeing you, Bert. Thank you, Dave.
And Coach Gary Sims of Edgewood, stay tuned. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call Robin Brown today and tell her that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
Coach Coach Donovan Cruz of the Paoli Rams joins us now as we roll on with the Team OC pregame show. His team on the road today, a matchup with Edgewood. We'll get into that ball game with the Mustangs in just a few minutes. Coach, a second game this week, a tough one earlier in the week against a very good team in Orleans.
Yeah, you're right. They were Orleans is a really nice team, very well coached. Got a lot of nice pieces. And, like we talked about earlier the other day, that it's the same team they had last year. So very experienced team. They do a lot of good things. I thought we did okay for the most part defensively. It's just offensively we struggle. Their defense is just really good. It's really good. They got a little bit of length, just enough length that really cause you trouble, and then they just crash the board so hard. They're a very physical team. That was one thing that we really talked to our girls about after the game and yesterday at practice is their physicality and their mentality of just wanting it more than we wanted it, especially in the second half when things weren't really going our way. We couldn't get a shot to go down. That's what I told my girls is that, that's when all the little things really get magnified. Like, if you're going to have a dry spell, you can't give up offensive rebounds and you got to get the 50 balls and all that to keep the possession going. And you just got to hope that, you're going to see one go in because we were getting good shots. We got about any shot we wanted, really. So we really talked about that, but that's one of the things. That's one of Orleans' strengths, and I think that comes with experience.
Well, it's a game, Coach, where you either win or you learn, and hopefully it was a learning experience.
For sure, and that's one thing that we talked about, last year, and we've been really harping on this year. You either win or you learn, and we watched film yesterday on it, and I said, now you remember the times when I paused the film when we played Shoals or Salem, our last two wins. Yeah, I said, and you remember how many times we always talk about how many kids we have blocking out. It was always 4, and a lot of times it was 5, one or the other. And I said, now I'm going to pause this and tell me how many kids are blocking out. And about every time I paused it, there was 1 or 2 kids blocking out. And I said, this is the problem, So that's a learning experience because, there was a couple of times in the game that the girls kind of had an excuse or a reason of why and this. And I said, so we paused that yesterday, and I said, you remember when we had our little discussion? Yeah, I said, and you tell me who was right or wrong, because I said, after the game, I immediately watched the film to make sure that I really saw what I saw, and I said, I'm pretty sure this is what I got you, Coach. So, that's one thing that we, you can take from a game like that, because we were competitive. It ended up being a 20-point game, but it really wasn't, So there's a lot of things we can take from it. So hopefully we can kind of put that to work today.
Well, as we've often said, Coach, it's a quick turnaround. Put that one in the back of your mind. You move on today. You're on the road here against another good team.
Another really good team. Only lost 2 games. 3A team. Very well coached. Coach Sims, know him a little bit, and coached a lot of games. And again, basically the same team as what they had last year. They're junior loaded. They all played last year. They're a really good team. They got a lot of nice pieces. So we'll have our hands full again today.
I'll just say, what's your scouting report on the Mustangs?
Well, number one, first of all, it's kind of changed since their Northview game. Did find out, Coach Sims did confirm that one of their guards, number 10, a Blaine girl, blew her knee out, unfortunately, and it's getting kind of repetitive for me because we've seen Maddie do it. I've seen it on film once before. Then I've seen it in the Valley game. They had a kid do it, and then I was watching a Northview game Wednesday morning, and I texted my coach. I said, I can't believe what I'm watching, but I think I just seen another one blown out. So unfortunate for her, and our thoughts were with her, and hopefully she can recover. And she got another year to go, so I think she's a really good softball player. But anyway, the game plan changes because she was their motor, she was their point guard, really got them going. They were really able to get transition points with her running the point because they knew they could trust her. So just going off about 2.5 quarters from the Northview game without her, they're a totally different team. They're going to have to probably play Kreider at the point a little bit, and then number 3, the other Bland girl. So, the LaRoche girl can really play. She can score a little bit. She's a nice coach. She's a good inside-outside girl. the Bland girl that's left is really shifty and got some speed. But at the end of the day, it's all about Kreider. Kreider can flat out play, and we've seen her last year. One of the quickest triggers that I've seen, especially flashing the high post with the turnaround and jump shot that you'll see. She can jump. She's got a little size, so that always helps on the quick trigger. But so we've got to keep the ball out of the middle, especially keep it out of her hands, stop transition points. I think they're still going to probably run because that's just what they do. And then on the offensive end, we've got to be able to handle their pressure. It probably won't be as intense as it was with the other Bland girl, number 10, because she really led them at that. But I still think we're going to see it in the half court, especially because that's what they hang their hat on is pressure defense, and they're very physical. So those are the things that we're looking for, and hopefully we can put a game plan together here real quick without the other Bland girl and see what happens.
Line up for your Rams today.
We're going to stay the same. We're going to have Addie Payton and Kaylin Hannon at guards. We're going to have Lily Hall, Avery Cruz, and Jericho Hopper there forwards.
And then off your bench?
Terriana Burkhead, who's been playing some really good minutes for us. We'll look to lean on her right off the bat probably. We'll have Jay Walker coming in as well. Jada Smith and Sunday Asbill will be available as well.
Everybody healthy, ready to go?
Yeah, I think we got over our sicknesses. I don't think I heard any coughing yesterday, so hopefully as far as that goes, Maddie had her surgery on the 12th, so hopefully she's healing and getting well. But yeah, as far as the ones we got, we're ready to go.
Another dynamic coach, our first day game, so to speak.
Yeah, and as you know, I'm not a huge fan of them, but unfortunately in girls basketball, we get stuck with a lot of them on the weekend. So we'll see how it goes because we got to get used to it because we have the tournament coming up, and we have 3 or 4 other ones, with Borden, South Central, New Washington. So we've got a handful of them, so we might as well get used to it, and we'll see how it goes.
Coach Cruz, as always, thank you for the time and the talk to you and your ball club. Have a good game today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Head Coach Donovan Cruz of Paoli. Stay tuned. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
The holiday season can be demanding enough without having to also plan year-end investment and tax strategies. Raymond James financial advisor Jamie Sullivan can help make it easier, freeing up your schedule to spend more time with loved ones and less time concerned about finances. Please call 849-2670, located in Mitchell, to get started. Wishing you and yours a happy, healthy holiday season and a prosperous new year. Raymond James and Associates, Inc., member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC. Life well planned.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home, protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Hi, this is John Bender. The holiday season is upon us, so we'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who helped make this past year one to remember for Bender Lumber. We appreciate all the hard work and support our employees and their families give us each year, as well as our loyal customers and wonderful members of each of the communities we serve. Bender Lumber is truly blessed. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Bender Lumber.
As we wrap up the Team OC pregame show, Team OC expanding possibilities one child at a time. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups, brought to you by the Super Burger Restaurant, home of the best-dressed burgers in town on West Main Street in Paoli. For the Paoli Lady Rams, who will be the visitors today at forward, number 10, Avery Cruz, 5'4", and a senior averaging 2.9. She'll be joined up front by number 20, Jericho Hopper, 5'8", and a senior averaging 10.9. Three-guard lineup, number 3, Kaylin Hannon, 5'4", and a freshman, 4.7. Number 5, Addie Payton, 5'5", sophomore, 1.1. And number 12, Lily Hall, 5'4", and a senior, averaging 5.8. The Rams average 30.8 offensively, give up 42.2 per game, hit 31% of their two-point shots, 21% behind the arc, and 62% at the free throw line. Head coach Donovan Cruz, Paoli Lady Rams come into today's game with a 2-7 record. For the homestanding Edgewood Lady Mustangs, at forward will be number 5, Addison Yearby, 5'6" and a junior, averaging 4.6. The other forwards, number 22, Macy Kreider, 5'11" and a junior, averaging 13.7. Free guard lineup, number 25, Ava LaRoche, 5'9" and a junior, averaging 5.4. Number 3, Allie Bland, 5'3" and a junior, averaging 12 points per ball game. And number 4, Kylie Murray, 5'5" and a junior, averaging 3.4. Offensively, the Lady Mustangs scored at 54.8, give up 38.8, hit 47% from two-point range, three-point shooting 34%, and 58% at the free throw line for head coach Gary Sims. The Edgewood Lady Mustangs come into today's game 8-2. And as you heard through the lineup, not a senior in starting because there's not a senior on the roster. They are all underclassmen. So this is the group that they have been waiting for, and they're starting now to develop. As our lineup's brought to you today by the Super Burger Restaurant, home of the best-dressed burgers in town on West Main Street in Paoli. Rams in their traveling purple, trimmed in gold and white. Lady Edgewood Mustangs, they are in their home white trimmed in red and black. And to take you through today's ball game, here's Bert Pettigo.
All right, let's see if the Lady Rams can get back on the winning track today. They are ready to go. Ball in the air and easily controlled by Edgewood. The Lady Mustangs, they'll start with the first possession. Right side, Yearby's got it. She's in the far corner. Tried to get it down into Kreider. She was triple-teamed. Ball knocked away. Hall comes up with it, chasing it down now into front court, and Paoli gets the first turnover against Edgewood. Edgewood looks like they're going to set in the man-to-man, and Hannon, she'll run it from the point for Paoli. They set the double screen, trying to get Hall free at the top, couldn't get her shot. Instead, go into Hopper. Hopper in the lane, and a jump ball going to be called as she went up, and they got the ball pinned.
Oh, nice defensive play. Rams very aggressive in their zone to get that turnover, and now Paoli doing what they want to do, trying to get isolation down in that low block with Hopper.
Hannon steps out of bounds. She'll do the honors, gets it underneath to Hopper, force the shot up. It's no good off the glass. Rebound, Kreider's got it for Edgewood. Lady Mustangs run the other way. Bland into the lane, kicks it back out to Kreider, now to Murphy on the left side as Paoli sets in their 2-3 zone defense. And Edgewood will cycle through the offense one more time. Bland to Murphy in the corner. LaRoche, she's going to put up a three. It's around and out, no good. Rebound controlled by Hannon of Paoli. She brings it forward herself, nearly an over and back, but now gets it across the line and goes forward. Out front, she passes to Hopper, looks down in the lane for Cruz, fans it out. Now Hall's got it in the corner. Hall back out to Hannon, and Paoli will set the offense again as Edgewood is set defensively. Hopper, top of the key, angles right, passes right. There's Cruz with it. She's on the wing. Looking down low, couldn't get it to Hopper. Instead, bring it out to Peyton. Peyton now to Hall, left side, as Paoli patient offensively. Hannon at the top, works it to the right side to Hopper. Hopper looks for the cutters. Instead goes to Cruz out at the top. Cruz, left-handed dribble, now passes left to Peyton. And Peyton gets it back to Cruz. Left baseline jumper is no good. An air ball. Rebound controlled underneath by Edgewood. Bland has got it. She runs it down the court. Gets it in down low to Kreider. Close in shot, no good. And the rebound contested, but Paoli finally comes out of there with it. Hopper ahead to Hall. Hall on the baseline. She's double-teamed, now triple-teamed, and they took it away from her. Turnover number 1 against Paoli. Quickly the other way. Bland into the lane. She's going to put the shot up on the run. No good, but a whistle and a foul. And it looks like she may get a chance at the free throw line.
Transition is what we'll see all afternoon long, and that's what Bland is able to do. Allie running the point now that her twin sister Maddie out with that torn ACL. How to put Bland at the line for first free throws of the day, looking for her first points of the day.
And the first one short, bounces off to the right, no good. Let's see, Bland, 5'3", a junior. Averages 12 per game and shoots 63% from the free throw line. Takes a step back. Now she's got it. Couple of bounces. Ready. Free throw up and good. Got one of two. And we've got that rare score of 1-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. 5:47 to go in the first quarter. Paoli faces full court pressure. Looks like it's man-to-man. Hannon's got it in backcourt. She's used up the dribble and put it back down again. Double dribble, and that'll turn it over. Turnover number 2 against Paoli.
That time, Kaylin had the ball knocked out of her hands. Looks like that was by the defender, but the official said, no, you still had control of it. So when she put it on the deck, that's when the double dribble occurred.
Lob it into Kreider. Jumper in the lane is up and good. Nice-looking shot. She's got her first 2. She's going to be tough to deal with for Paoli tonight. 5:29 to go in the first. Paoli down 3-0, but with possession of the basketball, Hopper got to that emblem or the logo at the center court, very nearly lost her footing on that. Painted surface on the wood. Hall, left side, passes over to Cruz. Cruz looking for the cutters, gets it to Hannon on the baseline, had it knocked away, and Kreider there to recover. 3 turnovers against Paoli. Edgewood runs the other way. Bland right to the bucket, and she lays it up and in. She's got 3, and it's a 5-0 Edgewood lead. Just under 5 minutes now to go in the first quarter of play. Hannon in a hurry driving in, and as she got there, the ball was taken away. LaRoche thought that she had nothing but ball. The official says otherwise. No, you had her on the arm, and the foul is called.
Anna LaRoche, that'll be her first team foul, number 1, and it will be on the floor, so the Rams will get it underneath. I don't know why our girls are going down the other way, thinking that they got to play defense. That foul.
Thinking they got free throws.
Not so much right now.
All right, Hannon steps out of bounds. She'll do the honors, has it, slaps it, looking. 5 count on, got to get rid of it. Finally does to Cruz. Top of the key, 3 is good. Avery stepped in, knocked it down. She's got her first points of the day, and it's a 5-3 ball game in favor of Edgewood. Edgewood to the offensive end. Left side, Bland has it. Takes the 3, brings it to the middle of the court. Her pass deflected, but Yearby there to recover. Yearby driving in. She lost it. It's still loose on the floor. Avery getting down there for Paoli. She roots it out of there, gets it over to Hopper, and that's a turnover against Edgewood, their second. Now the other way. Hopper, she's going to spin to the lane. Fakes, steps under, and through, and the shot up. No good. But a whistle and a foul, and this time she will get free throws as she made that nice move in the lane.
Be a big one. Anna LaRoche has picked up back-to-back fouls on consecutive possessions. That'll be her second, team foul number 2. And Jericho Hopper, the Rams' leading scorer, looking for her first points of the day.
First free throw is up and good. Got that. Make it a 5-4 score in favor of Edgewood. Substitutions all around. Caitlin Wright will check in for Edgewood, and for Paoli, Jay Walker will see her first action of the day, and Lily Hall to the bench. Second free throw by Hopper is up and good, so she got them both, and we're tied at 5 with 4:13 to go in the first quarter of play. Right side. There with it is Bland. Bland puts down the dribble, brings it to the middle of the court. It got away from her. It's into back court. Tipped ball. Otherwise, it would have been an over and back. She drives in. Shot on the way is no good. Hopper with the defensive help and the rebound now. Hopper waits, brings it forward herself. Leave it off for Hannon right there at the center court circle. Hannon backs it off to the left. Lost it momentarily, but Hopper recovers at the top of the key. Hopper now spins into the lane. Fans it out right side. Hannon, 3 on the way is no good. Ball kick free, and Kreider runs it down for Edgewood. Kreider ahead to Bland. Bland up the left side with the pass to Yearby. Corner jumper. It's a 3. It's no good. Rebound controlled underneath. Hannon has it as Walker had the nice block out. Hannon into front court over to Cruz. Cruz back out front to Hannon, and Paoli sets the offense. Hannon waiting as Walker now comes out to get it. She'll pass it to Cruz on the right side. They'll work those scissor cuts off of the screen at the free throw line. Bring it back out front to Peyton, over to Hannon. Hannon, we had nearly a tackle under there. It's right. She just grabbed Hopper by the shoulder and nearly pulled her down.
First on Caitlin Wright, team foul number 3. It looked like it was going to be a clothesline there almost for a minute.
She came over and said, didn't mean to do it. They shook hands, and now it's all okay.
See if the Rams can score here on this inbounds play and get their first lead of the day.
Yep, Hannon, she'll inbound. Has it, slaps it, brings it in finally. Hopper had to pop free at the three-point line. Now she's going to drive in. Got to the bucket on the left side. Shot no good. Rebound controlled underneath by Edgewood. Yearby's got it. Outlet pass to Bland. She runs it up the right side of the court, and her pass is deflected. Hall back into the ball game. She deflected it, came up with the loose basketball. That's turnover number 3 now against Edgewood. Out front, Hopper has got it, works off of the screen, driving in, leaning in, shot on the run is no good. Got her own rebound, had it knocked away, and they say that Hopper touched it last, and that'll give it over to Edgewood.
Edgewood just a little bit taller underneath. They got some more length, really makes it difficult for Jericho, and they also do a nice job, even in their man-to-man, realizing that when 20 has it, there's some help coming from that weak side.
Tied at 5, 2:29 to go in the first quarter of play. Edgewood with possession of the basketball. On the left side, that's Davis with it. She's new into the ball game. Back out front, she passes to Kreider, and the pass gets away from Bland on the far side, and that's now 4 turnovers against Edgewood.
I think we're starting to see missing their point guard, Maddie Bland. They're just not getting smooth into their offense in the half court for Edgewood, at least here in this early part of the first quarter.
All right, Paoli with the turnover. They'll bring it to the offensive end. Hannon angles left, passes left there to Hall. Hall looks for the cutters. Instead, out to Peyton at the top of the key. Now to Hannon. Hannon's on the right wing. Out to Hopper. 18-footer. Top is no good. Rebound controlled underneath by Davis of Edgewood. She gets it ahead to Bland. Bland skips it left side to Yearby. Yearby has not put down the dribble. Now she does. Brings it out to the top to Davis. Davis, right side to Bland, and they'll cycle through that offense one more time. Paoli sets in their 2-3. Yearby left side. Now skips it. Cross court. Dump it down low. Kreider, quick shot. No good. But a whistle and a foul, and that one looks like it's going to go on Hopper of Paoli.
That'll be the first on Jericho, team foul number 2. You heard Coach Cruz talk about it in the pregame. Macy Kreider has a very quick shot, and that time I don't think she's even square, but boy, she turned and put that shot up very quickly. She'll earn a couple possibly here at the free throw line. She's already got a basket for 2.
Free throw no good, kicked off to the right. 63% free throw shooter. Nice looking ball player. It's one of those deals where a lot of times you don't see specifically jump shots out of the girls, but you'll see that set shot. She's got a jump shot, and she gets up on it. Second free throw up and good. Got 1 of 2. She's got 3 points, and that'll put Edgewood back out in front, 6-5. Minute and a half to go in the first quarter on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Into front court, Hannon works off of that screen, gets it to the left baseline. She's going to the bucket. Shot up, no good. Bland blocked it from behind. Came down with the rebound. Now she's in a hurry the other way. Dump it down low. Shot up, no good. By Wright, it was way off the mark. And Hopper comes down with the rebound for Paoli. She's into front court. Gets it over to Walker. Walker drives in and lays it up and in. Jay with her first 2. And Paoli to the lead at 7-6. Into the lane. Bland got to the lane. And as she was going up, the ball was stripped away. See if they give her shots or not. And the foul called on Paoli.
Avery Cruz, number 10. That'll be her first team foul, number 3.
They're not going to give her shots either.
Put it down underneath.
I thought for sure she was going up.
Good job by the Rams to score in transition, and particularly Jay Walker, very aggressive. Boy, she saw that wide open path on that left side and did not hesitate and went straight to the rim.
Pass it into Wright, back out to Bland. Bland tried to get it left side. It goes out of bounds, wide of Murphy. And that'll be 5 turnovers now against Edgewood.
Rams able to get Avery Cruz a quick break. Jay Walker will come out. Very valuable minutes for Jay in a spot role, which she will have throughout the entire year.
Played a few more minutes than regular. I think she was in there for 3 or 4 at a time. Hannon out front has used up her dribble, needs some help, and finally Hopper pops free on the wing to relieve that. Now she's got it between the circles. Pass right side. There with it is Hannon. They look over to Coach Cruz, and he says 1, I think, we're down to 25 seconds to go in the first quarter of play, and Hopper will just stand out there near the midcourt circle. Headed on her hip. Now she starts the dribble and starts the offense with 13 seconds to go in the quarter. Hopper, another look at the clock, down to 10. They're going to let her go one-on-one, looks like. She spins to the left, into the lane, lost control of it, got it back, tried to force up a shot, and it went out of bounds. Last touch by Paoli with 1.4 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Nice defensive job by Edgewood once again. Once Hopper got below that free throw line, that's when the help defense came in for the double teams.
Get it into Kreider. She's not going to be able to get a shot off as Hopper made her pick up the dribble. And that's the way the first quarter will come to an end. Good start for Paoli as they lead Edgewood 7-6. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Looking to make a difference? Team OC's Youth Mentoring Program is here to help kids in Orange County reach their full potential. Our mission to expand child's possibilities through a community-wide mentoring program for kids 7 to 17. We provide support, guidance, and a caring adult to lean on. You can be a part of their journey. Become a mentor or make a donation. Join us at 262 West Court Street, Paoli, or visit teamocmentoring.org. Questions? Call Executive Director Priscilla Woodrum at 812-653-0288. Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Good first quarter on the road for the Rams on this Saturday afternoon, leading it by 1 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting and Raymond James Scoreboard. Now see if they can put a back-to-back quarter together here in this second period.
All right, Edgewood, they're going to start with possession of the basketball. Paoli sets in that 2-3 zone defense. They look for Kreider, got it to her. Quick jumper on the way is no good, but it's run down in the far corner by Murphy. Murphy leaves it off for Blanche. She'll try a 3 out of that corner and knock it down. First offensive board for either team, and now Bland's got 6, and Edgewood out to a 9-7 advantage. Hopper in a hurry. She's going to run it to the bucket. Powers the shot up and in off of the glass. Nice move, as they never did stop the basketball. She's got 4. Now quickly into front court. Kreider turn around is no good. Rebound Hopper, and she's in a hurry the other way again. Hopper going to the bucket. Hesitates. Now shot off the glass is good. Quick 2 jumpers made. She's got 6, and Paoli back out in front, 11-9. Out front, Bland puts it on the hip, and they'll set against that 2-3 zone defense. Looks like the talk at the quarter break was get it to Kreider and give her a chance. And a near banked-in 3 by Murphy off the left side. She fired it up in a hurry. It was no good, and the rebound controlled by Paoli. Hopper will walk it forward herself. She'll angle over to the right side. Passes right there, right in front of the Edgewood bench to Cruz. Back out front to Peyton. Swing it left side to Hopper. Look down for Cruz. Couldn't get it to her. Instead, to Hall at the top. She'll try a 3 that's way off the mark. No good. Rebound controlled underneath by Kreider of Edgewood. She's in a hurry. She's going to the bucket. Fired it up. Fading away. It's no good. Cruz, the rebound for Paoli. Cruz, outlet pass to Peyton. Gets it back over to Cruz and the Hopper, and they're going to let her be the one to bring it forward now.
Rams only hit 1 out of 8 from 2-point range in that first quarter, but are 2 out of 2 already here in the first 2 minutes of quarter number 2.
Paoli's kind of slowing things down a little bit. Tried to lob it on the sideline to Peyton. It was too tall and going out of bounds, and that's now 5 turnovers against Paoli.
1 out of 8, 13% from 2-point range in that first quarter for the Rams. 1 out of 2 behind the arc, 50%, 2 out of 2 at the line. For Edgewood, they were 2 out of 5 in that first quarter for 40% inside the arc, 0 for 2 outside of the arc, and 2 out of 4 at the free throw line.
Played about 2 minutes of the second quarter. Paoli with an 11-9 advantage right now. Right side, LaRoche with it. Brings it back out to Murphy. Down low, they tried to fire it to LaRoche. The pass behind her, off her hands and out of bounds. And that's now 6 turnovers against Paoli. Or against Edgewood, and Coach Gary Sims wants to take time. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Your high-end electronics and gadgets are only as good as your internet service provider. Stop the frustration of slow and unreliable internet service with a call to Orange County Fiber. Call Orange County Fiber and check out their brand new fiber packages that include lightning-fast upload and download speeds for households that stream, game, and surf the internet. Call Orange County Fiber and see the difference fiber can make in your daily life or your business operation. Phone OC Fiber at 812-865-2229. Orange County Fiber, bringing high-speed internet to your community.
Cool motorcycle. How'd you afford it?
Got a home equity line of credit from Hoosier Hills Credit Union.
That's cool. Why a motorcycle?
I had a sign at work.
And now if you turn to page 3 on your binders, you'll see that.
Fund your adventures with a home equity line of credit from Hoosier Hills Credit Union. Remodel your home, go on an epic vacation, or get the boat, RV, jet ski, or motorcycle of your dreams. Apply at any Hoosier Hills Service Center. Subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions are subject to change. Equalizing lender, NMLS number 408510.
Rams lead it by 2 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. See what happens out of this timeout. Edgewood has stayed strictly man-to-man, but I think Coach Sims is more upset with his offense and his defense at this point of the game.
All right, Paoli off of that turnover. They've got it back. Hannon angles over to the left side. They look out to Peyton at the top of the key. She's got it now to Cruz down low. They go to Hopper. Double team. Got the shot off the glass. Up and no good. Rebound controlled by LaRoche of Edgewood, and they run the other way. Yearby quickly into front court. Back out. LaRoche launches 3. It's no good. Rebound underneath. There's Kreider with it. Her shot no good as Hopper made her change it. And finally, the rebound corralled by Hannon of Paoli.
Kreider, a tough day so far, just 1 out of 6 from the field.
Hannon angles left. She'll pass over to that side. There with it is Peyton. Back out to Cruz. Cruz looks for Hopper. Got it to her at the high post. Spins in the lane. Nice up and under move. Shot wouldn't fall. Got her own rebound. Goes back up in traffic. It's no good. Ball loose. LaRoche to the floor with it. And Paoli will reach in and tie her up. And the jump ball should favor Paoli.
It does. Nice job by Walker and Cruz to go down on the floor to get that. As Lily Hall comes back in, Jay Walker will come out. As Rams, again, getting a lot of shots up on the rim, struggling, though, to get them to go through the net.
4:46 to go in the first half. Paoli up by 2. They've got the basketball. Hannon driving, and her scoop is no good. But a whistle and a foul, and she will get a chance at the free throw line.
Allie Bland will be charged with her first personal foul. That will be team foul number 1. However, we'll put Kaylin Hannon at the free throw line for the Rams, looking for her first points of the day.
86% free throw shooter on the year. The first is up and good, as you would expect. And Paoli now with a 3-point lead at 12-9. That on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Hannon ready for the second. It's up and good as well. Made them both, and Paoli a 4-point lead at 13-9. Quickly the other way. Yearby in the corner. Couldn't get her shot. Out to Bland. 18-footer just inside the line. It's no good. And Hopper, strong rebound for Paoli. Hopper waits. Now she'll bring it forward herself, and Paoli works with a 4-point advantage. Right side, Peyton's got it, looks down low, got it to Hannon. Hannon in the lane. She's going to put up the left reel on the way. It's no good. And Kreider, the rebound for Edgewood. She runs it into front court, passes to the right side to Yearby. Yearby has used up her dribble, gets it back to Kreider, fan it out to Bland, and they'll set the offense from there as Paoli is back and set in their 2-3. Left side, there with it is Murphy. Murphy back out to Bland at the center court circle. Murphy has it on the left wing now. Look, they try to lob it down low to LaRoche, and Cruz, reaching around, got caught, holding on to her at the same time.
That's 2 now on Avery. Team foul number 1 of this quarter at 3:51 is C.J. Walker will come in probably at the next break for Avery. Hopefully she doesn't pick up a third one on this possession.
Yearby with the pass inbounds on the left side. They bring it out to the right side, and the ball deflected, but Murphy gets it right back, drives in. Her shot did everything but go in. It rattles out, and Paoli's got the ball. Running the other way, Hopper lost it as she tried to spin around Kreider, and Murphy comes up with the loose basketball. Edgewood runs it to the bucket. Shot by Bland is no good, but a whistle and a foul, and that will get 2 free throws for Edgewood.
The Mustangs in transition had numbers that time, and Kaylin Hannon, the only defender back, ended up getting the foul. That'll be her first team foul, number 2. To the line will be Allie Bland, where she is 1 out of 2 this afternoon.
Make it 2 out of 3. She makes the first. She's got 7 of the Edgewood 10 points, 13-10 the score. Substitution for Paoli. Jay Walker is back in, and Cruz, with those 2 fouls, goes to the bench. Second one on the way. It's no good. Nice block out that time by Hannon as the ball bounced right back to where the shooter was. She comes up with it, get it to Hopper, and Hopper across the timeline now. Hopper will run it from the point. She calls out the play, get a double stack on the right and left side. Get it to Hannon. Hannon looks for Walker. Couldn't get it to her. Instead to Hopper out front. Hopper with Kreider guarding her defensively. Hopper at the top of the key. Fakes right, drives left, spins in the lane, passes back out front to Hall to Hannon on the right wing. Hannon looks for Hopper. Got it to her in the lane. She drives in. Shot up good. Count it. And a chance for a three-point play.
Nice job by that screen out high. Allowed Jericho to come down the lane. And she'll have a three-point play opportunity. That foul will be on number 22, Macy Kreider, her first team foul, number 2.
Hopper, free throw on the way, rattled out on her. Ball kicks out of bounds, and last touch by Edgewood. So Paoli will get another crack at it, leading 15-10.
Biggest lead of the day for the Lady Rams, hanging in here in this first half against a very good team in Edgewood, coming into today's contest at 8-2 as Terriana Burkhead sees her first action of the day.
Bring it into Hopper at the three-point line. Fakes the three, drives in, fakes again. Shot up in the lane is good. Got Kreider off balance, got her to lean away, and now that's 9 points? 8 points for Hopper, and it's a 17-10 Paoli lead. Deflection in front court, and that one 3 rows up into the bleachers as Hall that time deflected the pass.
Rams have done a good job just packing that 2-3 zone down inside the three-point arc. And, we talk about that in the man-to-man. It's kind of a pack line zone here for Paoli today.
Left side, Yerby with it. Wanted the 3, instead down low to LaRoche. Back out front to Bland. Her pass too high for Kreider. Hopper's got it. It's 2-on-1 the other way. Get it over to Hannon. Her shot no good. Hopper the follow no good, but a whistle and a foul. And she will go to the free throw line.
Timeout going to be taken by Coach Gary Sims at the 2:19 mark. Still unhappy with his team's performance as they trail now by 7. Could get bigger with the Rams at the line. 2:19 to go in the first half of play. Sullivan Financial Consulting and Raymond James scoreboard. Rams up 17-10. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus. Riley Oil is pleased to announce they are once again pumping gas for their valued customers after the 2023 tornado outbreak at their Paoli location. The Riley family invites you to stop in and fill up with quality Marathon gasoline and diesel. Stop in and check out the facility, grab a cold drink and a Hoosier Lottery ticket. Be sure to visit their other 2 locations in Orleans and Hardinsburg and grab a snack, drink, or something cooked fresh from their grab-and-go hot bar. Riley's Marathon offers after-hours pay at the pump for your convenience. Visit them off the east side of the Paoli Square in Orleans and Hardinsburg.
In the midst of a 10-1 run here to gap it out to this 7-point advantage. And it will be Kaylin Hannon to the free throw line here for Paoli. Jericho Hopper stepped up there. And now they're saying, I don't know, we've got confusion. I think they might be better off. They put Jericho there for Edgewood because Hannon's 2 out of 2 at the line. Jericho is 2 out of 3.
Yeah, and, Hannon, percentage-wise, 86%. So, just some confusion as to who was fouled at the time, and the officials say it's going to be 3 that is shooting it, and that's just fine with us. 17-10 the score, 2:19 to go in the first half of play. Paoli is up by 7. Hannon up there to shoot 2. Free throw on the way is short, no good. Just kind of didn't pull the trigger on it. All right, missed the first, make the second, get 1 of 2. Hannon has it. Two bounces, spins it, ready, shot on the way, and that one right through. So got 1 of 2. She's got 3 points on the day, and it's an 18-10 Paoli lead. 2:15 to go in the first half. Edgewood to the offensive end. Bland will run it from the point. She's got it right at the midcourt circle. Paoli matching up in a 2-3 zone defense. Bland has used up her dribble, gets it over to Murphy. Murphy dumps it down low to LaRoche, and that's going to be a big foul on Paoli because Hopper was reaching in and committed it, and that could be trouble.
That'll be 2 on Jericho. Already on the bench, Avery Cruz with 2. See what Coach Donovan Cruz, I'd say probably just going to let his senior work through it, knowing exactly what the situation is. to the line will be Anna LaRoche looking for her first points of the day.
LaRoche, 67% free throw shooter on the year. That one right up and in, make it an 18-11 score in favor of Paoli. Minute 59 to go in the first half as LaRoche steps up there. One more bounce. Now it's ready. Shot up and good. Nice-looking shot. She's got her first points of the day. Burkhead in backcourt. Gets it over to Hopper. Hopper, they leave her to work on Kreider. Hopper in backcourt. Over to Burkhead. Right back to Hopper and now into front court. Coming over to get it is Hannon. Hannon takes it from Hopper. Couple of ball fakes, 5 count on, now puts down the dribble, works it over to the left side, and the ball got tipped, and it's going out of bounds. Last touch by Bland on that reach-in.
Still that very aggressive man-to-man defense, put a lot of pressure on the ball out high, but yet, as we've talked about, able to recover whenever they post up Hopper down low with that help defense.
Hopper gets it in backcourt. Well, they've been letting her run it from the point a lot so far today, and it looked like it will work. Hopper, left side to Hannon. Hannon fakes, drives it to the baseline, and as she spun away, they're going to call her for a charge as Bland went to the floor. That'll be an offensive foul and a turnover against Paoli, their 7th of the day.
And another tough foul because now Hannon has 2. Cruz, Hopper, and Hannon with 2 apiece. Coach Cruz going to have to go to the bench. Jay Hall will come in. Jada Smith will come in as well. Hopper will come out. Hannon will come out with a minute 24 to go. A critical time here. The unit for the Rams going to have to hold the ship, so to speak.
All right, on the defensive end, they should be okay. Offensive end, we'll see if they can handle the pressure. Left side, Murphy has got it. Murphy guarded closely, and she tried to get rid of it, and it was tipped out of bounds by Walker, as Paoli especially aggressive on the defensive end that time.
Exactly right, not passive at all. Rams really putting ball pressure out in the left side there, using that sideline as a third defender at Edgewood in a world of hurt.
Got to be aware of where Kreider is at. Hopper has had her primarily as the defensive stopper. Out front, Bland with it. She's going to work over to the right side to Yearby. Yearby skips it all the way across the court to Murphy. Back out to Bland. She's open for a 3. That's no good. And Yearby comes down with a rebound. Into Bland. Drives in. Shot no good. Ball loose in the lane, and Murphy runs it down. Another offensive possession for Edgewood. Kreider brings it out to the middle of the court, down to 40 seconds to go in the half. Paoli up by 6. Edgewood, they've got possession of the basketball. Left side, Yearby has it. Ball overhead and back out front to Bland, over to Murphy. They look high post and set out to Bland. Quickly to Yearby on the left wing. They're moving the ball well. Bland drives in. She got to the bucket, laid it up, and it spins in. Looked like it might come out, but it stayed. It's now an 18-14 ball game in favor of Paoli. Paoli possession of the basketball, and a quick timeout going to be taken with just 11 seconds left in the half.
Lead cut down to 4. At that time, Edgewood was very patient. Rams did a nice job of recovering from side to side in that 2-3 zone, but finally got it to the shift, and Allie Bland was able to take it to the rim, something that you hope you never see if you're playing zone defense principles. You should never allow a player to dribble and get to the rim, but Bland was able to find an alley and took it straight in. Bland with 9 points to lead the Mustangs so far here in this first half of play. But the Rams have held their own here on the road this afternoon against the very good Edgewood team. You know, you look at the records of the opposing teams that the Rams have played so far, and coming in today, they're 27 games above 500, which means that tells you how tough of a schedule you have. And that doesn't even count the 8 that the Edgewood will add on to that number here whenever this game is over.
All right, Paoli took the timeout. They've got it to end the first half. Get in into Hall. Left corner jumper is off the mark. Barely drew iron. Kreider comes down with the rebound, down to 5 seconds. He's in a hurry, going right to the bucket, lays it up good at the buzzer. And that's the way the first half will come to an end as Edgewood gets back to within 2 after 2. 18-16 is your score. We'll take a break. We'll come back and begin with the West Whitfield Investments halftime report. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summer's seamless guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Well, we've got 2 quarters in. So far, so good. Paoli held a pretty good lead late in the second quarter before foul issues started to catch up with them, but still lead at 18-16 after 2 quarters of play. We begin the Whitfield Investments halftime report. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how West can help you stay on track with your goals now and in the future. Looking back at first half action, 2 ties, 3 lead changes. As Edgewood came out, they got off to a really good start. They were up 5-0 after 3 minutes of play, but then Paoli responds with 5 quick points of their own to tie it at 5. Edgewood would get themselves back out in front before a Paoli bucket at the 59-second mark would give Paoli the advantage at 7-6, and that's the way the first quarter came to an end. Early part of the second quarter, that's when Paoli was able to do some damage as they built as much as a 4-point lead in the first 3 minutes of that second quarter, led at 13-9. That was after Hannon knocked down a couple of free throws. Edgewood would respond with 1 of 2 free throws at the 3:30 mark to get back within 13-10, and then Paoli goes on a quick little 4-point spurt, and it was Jericho Hopper with 4 quick points, 1 bucket put in at the 2:55 mark, another at the 2:45 mark, and Paoli was up 17-10. The rest of the half, though, that belonged to Edgewood as they would outscore Paoli 6-1 and got it back within an 18-16 margin at the half. The last points scored with just a second left in the half, and that was Kreider that finally got something to fall for her. So an 18-16 score there. Rebounding battle, just about even. That's good for Paoli because Edgewood, a much taller team. The margin of 15-14 advantage for Edgewood on the boards, and no advantage for either team as far as turnovers. Each has turned it over 7 times so far here in the ball game. Well, we are at the half. Right now, Paoli up by 2. When the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues, we'll be taking a look at some of the team and individual stats from first half action. You're listening to Lady Rams Basketball on Mix 95.3.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
We continue the Whitfield Investments halftime report here at Edgewood High School. Rams on top by a score of 18-16. Neither team really lighting it up from the field here in the first 2 quarters of play. Rams got off to a cold start, just hitting 1 out of 8 from 2-point range in that first quarter for 13%. Warmed up a little bit more, though, in the second, 3 out of 9 for 33%, making them 4 out of 17 here at the half for 23%. Rams a struggle behind the arc, 1 out of 2 in the first quarter, 0 for 2 in the second, 1 out of 4 for the half at 25%. A decent job at the free throw line, 2 out of 2 in the first quarter, 3 out of 5 in the second, making them 5 out of 7 here at the half for 71%. For the homestanding Edgewood Lady Mustangs, They opened up hitting 2 out of 5 from two-point range in that first quarter. They were 2 out of 9 in the second, making them 4 out of 14 for the half at 29%. They, like the Rams, have not had a lot to fall behind the three-point line. 0 for 2 in the first quarter, just 1 out of 4 in that second period, making them 1 out of 6 for 16% in the first half of play. At the free throw line, 2 out of 4 in that first quarter for the Mustangs. They hit 3 out of 4 in the second, making them 5 out of 8 here at the half for 63%. Rams lead it by 2 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call Robin Brown today and tell her that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
Stash, stash, stash. Springs Valley Bank and Trust is here to help you wrap up the season in style. Whether you're saving for holiday gifts, that special trip, or just a rainy day, we've got the perfect place to stash your cash and keep it growing. Let's make your savings sparkle brighter than holiday lights, and your cash will jingle all the way into the new year. Stash, stash, stash. Your savings away at Springs Valley Bank and Trust this holiday season. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Smithfield Investments halftime report. Time now to take a look at individual scoring in the first 2 quarters of play. Rams led by their leading scorer, that being Jericho Hopper, right at her average already here with 10 points in the first half, 8 of those coming in the second quarter of play. Then 3 on the day for Avery Cruz and Kaylin Hannon, and 2 off the bench for Jay Walker, as Addie Payton, Lily Hall have not scored, and also Kierana Burkhead and Jada Smith played in that first half but failed to score as well. For the Edgewood Lady Mustangs, they're led today by Allie Bland with 9 points, 6 of them coming in the second period, 5 on the day for Macy Kreider, 2 for Anna LaRoche. Those are the only 3 players to score for Edgewood so far in this ball game. Addison Yearby along with Kylie Murphy started but have not scored. And then Davis along with Wright off the bench. They also have failed to score. Rams had a 1-point lead at the end of one, 7-6, and they add 1 more to that in the second quarter and lead it by 2 here at the half, 18-16. Second half action coming your way when we return to the home of the Mustangs, Edgewood High School. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
For over 40 years, families in Orange and surrounding counties have relied on the professionalism of Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli in their time of need. Melvin Dillman established this high standard of dignity and care that remains today under the direction of Tim Scott, family, and staff. Call 812-723-2276 to set up a pre-need appointment, and the staff at Dillman Scott will be happy to discuss all of your options. Southern Indiana's gold standard of care. Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli.
Get ready for a taste explosion at the Super Burger in Paoli, home of the Triple Nuke, the burger that takes flavor to a whole new level. But that's not all. They now proudly claim the title of second best burger in Indiana. Sizzle into satisfaction with their mouth-watering patties made with locally raised 90% lean grass-fed beef with fresh ingredients that'll leave your taste buds begging for more. The Super Burger, where every bite is a journey of culinary delight. Swing by today and discover why they are the talk of the town. The Super Burger, West Main Street in Paoli, where the Triple Nuke reigns supreme and the taste is legendary.
The halftime report has been brought to you by Whitfield Investments. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how West can help you stay on track with your goals now and in the future. Did not touch upon the fouls, but that was an issue for the Rams late in that first half. This after Avery Cruz, Jericho Hopper, and Kaylin Hannon each picked up 2 in the final couple of minutes of that second quarter play. Addie Payton and fouled just the 1. Nobody else has picked up a foul for the Rams. Anna LaRoche saw some action early, but then those 2 fouls sent her to the bench. Otherwise, Kreider, Bland, Murphy, and Wright have 1 foul apiece. We'll see how things change here. It looks as though both teams didn't stay long in the locker room. They came out ready to go, got up some shots. I think Coach Sims realized, that's been the biggest issue so far for his team today, just not getting shots to fall. And Hopefully that will turn around as they switch ends today. Rams, let's see if they can still play that solid 2-3 defense here as we get ready to go with third quarter of play.
All right. Edgewood, they will start with possession of the basketball. 18-16 your score. Fan it out right side to Murphy. Murphy back out to Kreider. She's been a handful defensively for Paoli. Year B, left corner three is no good. Strong rebound by LaRoche out to Murphy. Her two is up and good. Got her first two of the day, and we are tied at 18, just about 25 seconds into the second half. Hannon works it forward for Paoli, reverses left, passes left. There with it is Peyton. Peyton looks out top, got it to Hopper. Nice matchup with her and Kreider. Both of them really good basketball players. Left side, Cruz on the baseline. Hannon's open for a two. It spun out on her. Kreider, the rebound for Edgewood. She's in a hurry the other way. Tried to fire it down low. The ball deflected. Hall's got it. She's got Hopper ahead of her. Now finally gives it up as the defense cats it up. Ball got loose. Hall put the shot up, no good. Hopper with a follow that's no good. Hopper went and got her own rebound and was fouled in the process.
Well, Lily that time waited too long to pass that ball on that fast break. By the time she did, well, the defense had caught up from behind. That foul going to be whistled on Kylie Murphy. That'll be her second team foul, number 1.
Hannon to inbound for Paoli. She's on the right side of the bucket. They'll set screens down low, get it into Cruz. Cruz right back to Hannon. Baseline jumper up and good. Just spotted up about 17 feet out. She's got 4, and Paoli pokes their head back out in front, 20-18. Kreider at the top of the key, swings to the left side to Bland. They didn't get the offense right off the bat, and now they'll set against Paoli's 2-3. Murphy, right side, thought about that 3 instead to Kreider. High-low pass down to LaRoche, and she is fouled, and that'll be a big one against Paoli because I think Cruz was the one that came over with the pressure defense.
It will be on Avery. That'll be her third team foul, number 1. See already a little bit of the offensive change here, going to that high-low instead of putting both of the big girls down on the low blocks and screening across.
LaRoche makes the first free throw, makes it a 20-19 ball game. She's got 3 on the afternoon. We're going to see Terriana Burkhead. She will check in, and Cruz will go out for Paoli with those 3 fouls. See if Terriana can give them some good minutes. She has been playing well on the JV and has been seeing more and more time on the varsity. Second free throw by LaRoche. It's up and good as well. She's got 4, and we're tied at 20 as this time Edgewood will extend full court pressure. In backcourt, there with it is Hopper across the timeline. She's in a big double team, gets it off to Burkhead, right back to Hopper, and Paoli sets in the half court. 6:20 to go in the third quarter, tied at 20. As Hopper tries to angle to the right, brings it out to Hall at the top of the key. Left side to Peyton. Peyton dribbled it, went off the defender's foot. It's loose, and Hall finally comes up with it over to Burkhead. She drives in, shot no good, but a whistle and a foul, and she will get a couple of free throws.
Scramble mode, good job by the Rams to get that loose ball and then attack the rim. This is a big foul. This goes on Anna LaRoche. That will be her third personal foul. And put Terriana at the free throw line looking for her first points of the afternoon.
Burkhead, good free throw shooter at 71% on the year. First one on the way is up. Oh, spun out on her. That one dipped about 3/4 of the way in and then spun back out. So the score remains tied at 20, 6:05 to go in the third quarter of play. Burkhead ready for the second. It's on the way, and that one did stay in. And Paoli on top by 1 on the first point of the day by Burkhead. 21-20 is your score on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Out front, Bland has got it. She's open for a 3 and knocked it down. Stepped in, knocked it down. She's got 12, and it's 23-21 now. Edgewood on top by 2. Paoli's got the basketball. Hopper motions for everybody to go forward. She brings it across the timeline, and now Paoli sets in that double stack. Left side, Peyton's got it. Peyton's pass deflected. Hall runs it down at the midcourt stripe. Now she's got it, and a reach-in foul going to be called?
Yes.
I believe so.
A little aggressive that time out front by Addison Yearby, and that'll be her first team foul, number 3. Kind of bailed the Rams out because they were in a world of hurt right there near the 10-second line.
All right, Burkhead will step out of bounds next to the Paoli bench to bring it in. They're setting screens, trying to get somebody free, finally get it into Hall. Hall angles over to the left side, brings it back to the middle of the court. Hall hands it off to Hopper. Hopper, right of the key, motions, and they set the offense from there. Work off of that screen. Hopper into the lane, now backs it out as she couldn't get around Kreider. And we got a whistle away from the basketball. Did we have an illegal screen set? Might have.
That we did, and Addie Payton will be the guilty party. That'll be the second on Addie. Team foul number 2 here, and that's a tough one. As you mentioned, it was way away from where the Rams were wanting to run their offense.
Edgewood, a 2-point lead and possession of the basketball as they work to the right side. They're looking for Kreider at the high post. Get it down to LaRoche, but it's knocked away. Murphy there to recover. Gets it back out to Kreider. Paoli comes to get her defensively in a hurry. Out front, Bland has it. Bland works right side to Yearby. Down low, they got LaRoche. Shot up, no good. Wouldn't spin in for her. And Hall with the weak side rebound for Paoli. Pass it ahead to Hopper. And Paoli trailing by 2. They've got possession of the basketball. Hand it off to Hannon. Hannon guarded closely by Bland. Hannon passes off to Payton. Payton left side, fakes right, drives left, got to the bucket, shot up, no good. Kreider, strong rebound for Edgewood. She's in a hurry the other way. Passes to the far corner to Yearby. It was deflected. Now over to Kreider, open for a 3. That's good. She is a dangerous shooter. She's got 8. And Coach Donovan Cruz of Paoli says we are going to take time and stop it here, as Edgewood is on top by 5. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
After trailing by 2 at the half on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, Edgewood has come out now to take a 5-point advantage. The reason is they're shooting the ball better. They've come out and hit 3 out of 5 shots so far in this quarter, and they are 2 out of 3 from behind the arc.
All right, Paoli took the timeout trying to stem that tide. Let's see if we can get something done on the offensive end as Hannon will run it from the point. Bounces over to Payton. Payton left on the wing. Out front to Burkhead. Burkhead looks over to the right side. Now finally gets it over to Hannon, guarded closely by Bland. To the top of the key to Hopper. Fakes. Now shot on the way. Good. Front rim off the glass. Spun around the rim once and finally went in for her 12th point of the day. Paoli needed that. Trailing now by 3. 26-23. Out front, there with it is Bland. Bland passes over to Murphy. She'll fire up a 3, and it's good. Now the shot's starting to fall for Edgewood. She's got 5, and it's back to a 6-point lead for Edgewood at 29-23. Hopper brings it across the timeline for Paoli. They set, again, that box set, high and low on the lane. Out front, pass it to Payton, over to Hall. Hall looks for Burkhead instead to Hopper at the top of the key. Hopper backs it out with the dribble. Now they'll be patient and set it again. Hopper angles over to the right. Nice screen by Burkhead. Get the pass down low to her, and shot no good. And we're going to have a rebound foul as Hannon sent Murphy to the floor, and the foul will be called.
Rams ran the pick and roll to perfection, just did not finish at the rim. Another big foul here for the Rams. Kaylin Hannon now with 3. Avery Cruz is already on the bench with 3, and she'll probably come in for Kaylin the next opportunity and let those two kind of rotate in and out with those fouls.
But down low there with it is Wright. Low block out to Kreider. Swing to the left side. The hot hand. Murphy, another 3 is up and good. 32-23, a 9-point Edgewood lead. Murphy's knocked down a couple of 3s.
8 in this quarter.
Out front, Hannon with it. Hannon backs it out with the dribble, and the offensive efficiency, I think, is picking up on the defensive side for Edgewood as well. Right side, Hannon tried to bounce it down low. The ball deflected out of bounds. It will stay with Paoli.
Right idea. Lily had made a nice little backdoor cut along the baseline. However, the length, once again, of Edgewood playing a factor when they get that defense shrunk in as you get closer to the rim.
All right, Cruz comes back into the ball game. And as expected, Hannon will go out with those fouls. Cruz has it. Her pass deflected. She had to get rid of it. The 5 count was on. Kreider comes up with the turnover. She's going to run it into front court. Over to Murphy, this time on the right side. Out to Bland. Bland bounces down low to right. Right out to Kreider at the top. She's open. Three on the way is good. They are a good shooting team, and they're getting hot. 11 for Kreider, and it's a 35-23 Edgewood advantage, a 12-point lead with a minute 50 to go in the third quarter. Hopper spins into the lane for Paoli. She's double-teamed. Ball loose on the floor, and a timeout going to be taken to save the possession by Paoli. 35-23 your score. Paoli down 12. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
The holiday season can be demanding enough without having to also plan year-end investment and tax strategies. Raymond James financial advisor Jamie Sullivan can help make it easier, freeing up your schedule to spend more time with loved ones and less time concerned about finances. Please call 849-2670, located in Mitchell, to get started. Wishing you and yours a happy, healthy holiday season and a prosperous new year. Raymond James and Associates, Inc., member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC. Life well planned.
Don't know if it was a halftime break or just switching ends, but boy, Edgewood has come out lighting it up. 5 out of 6 from three-point range here in this third quarter of play. 2 by Kreider, 2 by Murphy, and Bland has added 1 as well, so they're spreading the wealth around.
Yeah, they've scored more points already in this quarter than they did in the first half. All right, Paoli took the timeout and may have turned it over. No, Hopper comes up with it, puts it up in the lane. Good. Count it. Got away with a deflection. Needed that break as Hopper got the shot to go, and Wright, reaching in, commits the foul.
And for Wright, that'll be her second team foul number 4, but a three-point play opportunity here for Jericho, who's got 14 points.
Got the free throw to go. Paoli needed that in the worst way. 35-26 the score. Paoli down by 9, falling back defensively. Left side, Yearby, 3 on the way is no good. Fight for the rebound. It's loose in the corner, and Hannon finally runs it down after Kreider tried to save it. Paoli runs to the offensive end. Hopper has got it. Doesn't have numbers. Gets the pass out to Hannon. Now over to Cruz. They look for Hopper. Got it to her in the low post. She's double-teamed. Now triple-teamed. Gets rid of it to Peyton. Peyton's going to drive in, and her shot off the glass is good. Jumper off the wrong foot, but it worked. 35-28, her first 2 of the day. Now Kreider, right side 3 is good, and she was a good 3 to 4 feet behind the line. She's got 14, and the hot shooting continues from three-point range for Edgewood. Hannon into front court for Paoli. It's a 38-28 score, under 50 seconds now to go in the quarter. Burkhead at the top of the key for Paoli. Her 3 is no good, and a whistle on the other end on the rebound, and they're going to say that Cruz reached in and got an arm, and she is in disbelief.
And that's an even bigger foul because for Avery now, that is 4 team fouls. Jay Walker will have to come in, replace her with 44 seconds to go. Yep. And also re-entering the lineup will be Anna LaRoche. She's got 3. Coming out will be Caitlin Wright for the Lady Mustangs.
Yeah, Jay played well for Paoli in the first half. Going to need more of that in the second. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Looks like Edgewood's going to spread things out and hold for that last shot of the quarter, leading at 38-28. It's been a huge third quarter for the Lady Mustangs. Bland out front as they work that weave with the basketball. Murphy now over to Kreider, right back to Murphy. Murphy motions forward to go to Bland. 20 seconds still left in this third quarter. Bland now sets at the middle of the court, gets it over to Murphy. She's on the right side. Paoli in there 2-3 to Bland. Corner jumper. That's way too hard. No good. Still time for Paoli. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Hannon runs it up the far side. She'll fire at the 2-second mark. It's no good. Rebound underneath the Bland, and that's the way that the third quarter will come to an end. But a big one for Edgewood. They're on top of Paoli, 38-28. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Hi, this is John Bender. The holiday season is upon us, so we'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who helped make this past year one to remember for Bender Lumber. We appreciate all the hard work and support our employees and their families give us each year, as well as our loyal customers and wonderful members of each of the communities we serve. Bender Lumber is truly blessed. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Bender Lumber.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Well, we've got 3 quarters in the books. A big, almost would say a huge third quarter for Edgewood theirs. They come away 22 points in the quarter, and they lead it by 10, 38-28, as we get ready for fourth quarter action. Paoli, at least, will begin the fourth quarter with possession of the basketball, get it into Hopper, and she will run the point for Paoli against that man-to-man for Edgewood. Hopper gets the screen, works to the left. They're looking down low for Burkhead. Instead, come out to Payton at the top. Swing it right side to Hannon. Hannon, is she tied up? No, a reach-in foul going to be called as Bland, aggressive defensively, getting after that basketball.
And on number 3, Allie Bland, that would be just her second team foul number 1 here in this fourth quarter of play.
Played about 15 seconds. Paoli still with possession of it. Burkhead, she'll step out of bounds across the way and will bring it in. Does so to Hannon. Hannon right on the sideline. Down low, they get it to Hopper. Hopper spins her way to the bucket and put it up and in. Nice move as Kreider was right there with her. 38-30 the score. Paoli up by 8, and a steal as Hopper got in the passing lanes, and that's now 9 turnovers against Edgewood. And Paoli a chance to get a little closer. Maybe the fourth quarter will be Paoli's quarter. Hand it off to Hannon. Bland, especially aggressive defensively, reaching and stabbing for that basketball. Hannon reverses, spins over to the right, dumps it down low to Hopper. Hopper shot off the glass is good. Kreider didn't want to foul, and Hopper made her pay. 38-32 the score. 6-point margin now as Paoli gets closer. Bland with it in front court for Edgewood. We go under the 7-minute mark left in this ball game. Right side. There with it is Davis. Dump it down low, and LaRoche had her shot sent way out of bounds by Hopper. That was a pretty block.
Nice job. Jericho really came in from that backside on the help defense and timed it perfectly to get a huge block there. Now see if the Rams can eventually get a stop on this possession.
LaRoche lobs it into Kreider. Kreider lost it for a second. Now gets it back. Work it over to the right side to Murphy. Murphy out to Kreider. They swing it quickly to Yearby in the far corner, and her pass deflected and taken away. No, a jump ball going to be called as Hannon was right there with the deflection and very nearly the steal.
Very aggressive on that wing. Good job by Kalen. By the way, the big difference in that third quarter, Edgewood was 6 out of 9 for 67%. They scored 18 of their 21 from three-point range.
Right side, Bland has got it. They look down for Kreider. Burkhead fronts her. Hopper's got her from behind. Bring it back out front to Bland. Bland works with the dribble, passes to Yearby. Lob it down low to LaRoche. LaRoche in the lane, off to Murphy. Close-in shot is up and good. One side of the lane to the other. She's got 10, and it's back to an 8-point Edgewood lead at 40-32. 6:05 left in the ball game. Hannon across the midcourt stripe. Angles left, comes back right, gets it down in the lane to Hopper. Hopper fades away, shot off the glass is no good. Rebound contested, and Edgewood comes up with it. Quickly to Bland, ahead to LaRoche. LaRoche ahead of the pack, but they catch up to her. Out to Yearby, a 3 is no good. Long kicker out of there, and Payton with the rebound, but her pass got deflected. It's going out of bounds. Oh, and they say it's going to belong to Edgewood.
Well, not a lot of fans here, but Jericho nearly took one out on the front row there across the way. So she's talking to the gentleman saying, I hope you're okay. Didn't mean to do that. That's what you got to worry about when you're sitting on the front row.
Yeah, front row, you got to worry about the basketball and the players. All right. Kreider will bring it in across the way, lobs it to Bland, very near the midcourt stripe. And they get it over to Kreider. She's open. 3 on the way is too hard. No good. Hall, nice block out. Just watched it as it went out of bounds. And that will go over to Paoli.
As hot as Edgewood was in that third quarter, kind of cooled down a bit. Now 0 for 2 from behind the arc. Another empty possession. However, the Rams, they've got to start to be very efficient here on the offensive end, trailing it just by 8 as Edgewood stays again in that half-court man-to-man.
5.5 minutes to go in the ball game as Hannon works to the right side, and she's going to be called for a travel, and that's all because of the defense by Bland.
That was just aggressive there. Ball kind of came up high on Kalen and eventually kind of passed it to herself is what the travel eventually was called for.
11 turnovers against Paoli. Murphy, left side 3 is no good, but LaRoche with the rebound. Her follow is no good. Kreider follows again, no good, and finally Paoli able to come up with the defensive board. Hopper's got it. She's driving into the lane. Shot on the run is no good. Went after her own and may have committed the foul as she was out of frustration, I think, coming in too hard.
Third foul on Jericho Hopper of the Rams. That'll be team foul number 1 in this fourth quarter. Again, Cruz is on the bench with those 4 fouls, so Coach Donovan Cruz has had to work around some fouls, and that dates all the way back to the second quarter when all of this started.
4:50 to go in the ball game. Down low, LaRoche spins to the bucket. Shot no good. Rebound loose. Hopper comes up with it. She's going to lead a 2-on-1. Hopper over to Hall, driving in and laying it in. Her first 2. Paoli needed that. Back to a 6-point ball game at 40-34. Edgewood, the lead and the basketball. Out front, Bland has got it. Paoli is set in their 2-3. Work it to the right side to Yearby. Yearby skips it over to Murphy. Murphy thought about that 3, didn't pull the trigger, instead into Kreider. Oh, and her pass, Yearby just wasn't anticipating it. It goes out of bounds, and that'll be turnover number 10 against Edgewood.
Right idea, as you mentioned. That time just off the fingertips of Yearby right into the Edgewood bench. The Rams, they'll take that turnover now, trying to get another point or 2 closer here. Still 4:16 to go on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard.
Paoli down 6 with possession of the basketball. Hannon has got it. They're looking for Peyton over here on this side. She works with the left-handed dribble. Back out front to Cruz. Swing it right side to Hannon. Down to Peyton. Pass too high off the fingertips. That's turnover number 12 against Paoli as Murphy comes up with it. She gets it over to Bland. Skip it over. LaRoche, right side, 3 out of the corner, and it sticks between the rim and the backboard. Alternating possession gives it to Paoli.
All right, now who's got a basketball close by? Looks like one of the Edgewood players will go back to the hallway.
There we go.
Jericho telling the official, oh, come on, jump up there and get it.
Well, he actually hit it and got it to roll in.
On the first time.
Yeah, a little bit of talent there.
We've seen that where they had to take 2 or 3 attempts before they get it dislodged.
All right.
See if the Rams can, again, capitalize, get a stop there officially.
All right, Hopper will bring it forward. They're going to face that stingy man-to-man defense, aggressive man-to-man by Edgewood. Hopper works off a couple of screens at the top, brings it back out to Cruz. Top of the key. She's going to launch 3. It's no good. Rebound loose and going out of bounds, and it went off of Yearby as it got between her legs and went straight through and out.
3:30 to go. Starting to see the Rams show a little bit of fatigue here in this game. Hopefully that won't be a huge factor down the stretch.
Yeah, Edgewood just a little bit deeper, maybe a player or 2. Out front, Hall with it. Looks to Hannon. She's going to launch 3 right side. No good. Left it short. Rebound, and we got bodies to the floor and an accidental foul against Hopper, and that's trouble for Paoli.
Yeah, Jericho does not need to pick up that type of foul. That's her 4th personal foul, be team foul number 2. Again, might be just a fatigue factor there as well. Saw Terriana get off the bench. Now she'll retreat.
All right. Hopper will have to be careful with those 4 fouls. Right side, they get it to Kreider. Down low, LaRoche out to Bland. Her 3 is no good, and Hannon comes up with the rebound for Paoli. She waits. Traffic clears. Now they'll bring it forward. Hopper on the left wing. Looks to drive on Kreider. Kreider wise to that. Hopper has to back it out. They work the give and go. Down low, they get it to Hannon. Oh, her shot hit the bottom of the board, or the bottom of the rim, and as the Edgewood ran out with it, the ball was tipped from behind. Paoli comes up with it. And the right side three by Hannon is no good. We got bodies all over the place. Hopper comes up with the basketball underneath, steps around one body on the floor, lays it up and in. She's got 21.
That's one you need to see on film to figure out what happened there.
Can't talk fast enough to tell you what happened. 40-36 the score. The important thing is Paoli got 2 out of it and trailed by 4. Murphy out to Bland. Bland looking as Paoli set in that 2-3 zone defense. Yerby out to Bland at the top of the key. She'll swing it left side now to Murphy as they look down low for LaRoche. The ball got poked away. Hopper's got it. 3-on-1 for Paoli. Hopper in the lane. Hesitation. Oh, the shot would not fall for her, and she reaches in and ties her up. And that was a dangerous play with her having 4. And the jump ball will give it to Edgewood.
Timeout taken by the Mustangs, 1:57 to go. Edgewood on top by 4. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Your high-end electronics and gadgets are only as good as your internet service provider. Stop the frustration of slow and unreliable internet service with a call to Orange County Fiber. Call Orange County Fiber and check out their brand new fiber packages that include lightning-fast upload and download speeds for households that stream, game, and surf the internet. Call Orange County Fiber and see the difference fiber can make in your daily life or your business operation. Phone OC Fiber at 812-865-2229. Orange County Fiber, bringing high-speed internet to your community.
After a big 22-point third quarter for Edgewood, well, they've come back down, crashing to earth, shooting here in this fourth quarter. They've only scored 2, and the Rams, like always, they've just hanging around. They've closed that double-digit lead down to just a 2-possession ball game, trailing by 4. Edgewood, though, on that alternating possession, will get the basketball and see what they do coming out of the timeout.
They always said in their 2-3 zone defense, they're going to try and trap out high. Yerby with it to LaRoche, over to Bland, quickly to Murphy. 3 out of the corner is no good. And Kreider, strong rebound, and as she comes down with it, there is Cruz. She couldn't help herself. Saw that ball just right there and couldn't come up with it.
And Avery will foul out of the ball game with 1:40 to go and take 3 points with her in this ball game.
Yeah, Cruz knocked down that shot early in the ball game.
Yes, she did.
Hasn't been able to really get anything to go since. Burkhead's going to take her spot in the Paoli lineup.
By the way, that's just the third team foul here on Paoli with 1:40 to go.
All right, 40-36 the score. Edgewood, the lead and the basketball. Kreider has it out to Bland. Bland, left side, near steal by Hopper, but Murphy comes up with it. Out to Bland. She's open for a 3. That is good. That's a big shot there to knock down. She's got 15, and it's 43-36, a 7-point advantage now for Edgewood. Paoli to the offensive end. They look for Peyton. Got it to her on the baseline. Back out to Hopper on the left wing, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Paoli with 1:13 to go, and Paoli down by 7. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
Bland knocked down a huge 3, the first 3 that Edgewood has got to fall here in this fourth quarter to boost that lead back up to the 7-point margin for Edgewood. Now the Rams late in this ball game have got to kind of get in a little bit of hurry-up mode because they need several possessions, at least 3 of them here, to try and get back into this ball game. It may come down to see on whether or not Edgewood can knock down free throws late in this contest. But the Rams are in some foul trouble already. Cruz is fouled out. Hopper with 4, Hannon with 3 out on the court. So that will be something that the Rams have to be very careful of if they do get into a scramble situation.
All right, Paoli's got the basketball right next to their bench. The ball was deflected on the inbounds, but Hall recovers. Gets it over to Hannon. Down to 1:05 to go. Hannon's going to drive in. Leaves it off for Burkhead. Her shot blocked by LaRoche. And Coming running out of there with it is Bland. Bland into front court, decides better of it. They'd rather run clock than score. Out front, Bland hands it off to Murphy. Murphy runs it to the right corner to LaRoche. Her pass deflected and taken away. Hopper's got it. The two teams exchange turnovers into front court. Hopper, free throw line jumper is no good. Ball loose on the floor. Payton's down there. Got it for Paoli. Out to Hannon. A two is good. Had a toe on the line. And Paoli gets back within 5 at 43-38 with 36 seconds to go in the ball game. Quick timeout taken. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Rams got into that scramble mode, and as you mentioned, we talk about football being a game of inches. Yeah. That shot there by Hannon was just
she had a toe
inches
on
of
the
weld from a 2 to a 3 there, which would have made a big difference here in this ball game. But we'll take the 2. That was a big shot by Kaylin. That gives her now 7 on the ball game on the day, and Rams will have to come out, be very aggressive here in their full court pressure to see if they can get a turnover.
Kreider to inbound. They've got length of the court to go. Paoli extends, full court pressure. Lob it into Bland. The ball got loose, but there she was to pick it up. They get it ahead, and LaRoche is ahead of the pack and alone to lay it up and in. Inches, just inches. Paoli nearly had that steal. 45-38 the score. Hopper into front court, backs her way down. The ball got poked free. Bland runs it down for Edgewood. She's in front court, leaves it off for Murphy, who will put it up and in with just 14 seconds to go. And all of a sudden, it's a 47-38 lead. Hopper tried a 3. It was blocked by Kreider, and Murphy comes up with the basketball. That should just about do it with just 2 seconds left. They'll get it, and as the horn sounds, it went out of bounds, but the officials will wave it off, and that's the way this one ends. A late rush by Edgewood bumps that lead up for the winning margin up to 47-38. And the Paoli, they were just that close on a couple of plays to having this thing even closer than that. Well, Edgewood able to hang on at home. Paoli fought hard, just came up a little bit short. And we'll take a break and come back, start talking about this one as we will begin the OC Eats postgame show. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are you looking to make an impact in Orange County? The Orange County Community Foundation is here to help you do just that. For over 20 years, OCCF has been supporting our local community, empowering nonprofits, and driving a positive change through generous contributions from people just like you. And now we have an incredible matching opportunity that only lasts a limited time. When you contribute to our Share the Love of Orange County Unrestricted Fund or any of our unrestricted funds, your gift will be matched 2 to 1. That means for every dollar you give, the Lilly Endowment will match it with 2 more, tripling your impact. This matching opportunity won't last long. Contact us at 723-4150 or visit our website at occf-in.org for more information. Your contribution today will support vital Orange County programs and services for years to come. Join us in building a better community together and build a stronger, more vibrant Orange County. Orange County Community Foundation, where your passion meets our purpose.
Well, the OC Eats post-game show begins. OC Eats delivering happiness right to your door. We'll see you soon. Looking back at this afternoon's ball game, Paoli girls, they fought hard, had a good chance, and were it not for the fact that Edgewood had such a hot shooting third quarter, I think Paoli may have been able to come away with the win. As it is, wound up losing it 47-38. It was a 5-point ball game with just 30 seconds left, but then Edgewood gets 2 buckets in the final 20 seconds or so, and they stretch that lead out to 9. Looking back at overall game flow, you had 4 ties and 4 lead changes in the ball game. 2 ties, 1 lead change after halftime. Paoli in the first quarter fell behind 5-0 early. before Paoli was finally able to get some points of their own. After trailing 5-0, Paoli battles back to tie it at 5. Matter of fact, they wound up leading it after 1 at 7-6. Through the early part of the second quarter, that's when Paoli's able to get some things done. A couple of Jericho Hopper buckets put Paoli on top 11-9. Paoli would stretch that lead out to as many as 7 late in the second quarter at 17-10 before Edgewood closes with a rush. They go from down 7 to down just 2 at the break, with the score being 18-16 at half. Third quarter, that's when Edgewood did some damage to Paoli. They came out, knocked down a 3, knocked down another, and then all of a sudden it was like everybody knew that we can knock down threes. They made better than a handful in that third quarter and took what was a 2-point halftime deficit up to as much as a 13-point lead at one point in time. They led it by 10 after 3 at 38-28. Paoli Lady Rams, they had their work cut out for them beginning of the fourth quarter, and they came out and got the first 4 of that fourth quarter inside of a minute, got it to a 6-point margin at 38-32. But then they would have one of those stretches, a 2.5, almost 3-minute stretch where they didn't score. Fortunately, Edgewood didn't run off and leave them. They only scored 2 in that time. Paoli down 40-32 came out and got buckets. Let's see, they got a bucket from Hall and also got another one from Hopper, and they were back within 4 at 40-36 before an Edgewood 3 bumped that lead back out to 7 at 43-36. That was with 1:25 to go. Paoli gets a bucket from Kaylin Hannon at the 36-second mark, made it 43-38, and from that point on, Edgewood got a couple of breaks as far as loose balls going their way, and they got easy shots down at the other end and were able to stretch it out to a 47-38 margin. Rebounding battle, that was actually a tie against a much bigger Edgewood team. The Paoli girls hold their own with 27 rebounds for each. Turnovers just about even. Paoli turned it over 13 times on the day, and Edgewood turned it over 11. Again, your final on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. It's Edgewood 47, Paoli 38. When the OC Eats postgame report continues, we'll be taking a look at some of the individual and team totals from this afternoon's ball game. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summer's seamless guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summer's seamless gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summer's Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Well, Lady Rams of Paoli, they actually put together probably a solid 4 quarters. And just come up short to a very good Edgewood team. 47-38 was your final, as they just come up on the short end. A hot shooting third quarter more than anything. That's what did in Paoli.
That it was a 22-10 advantage for the Edgewood Lady Mustangs. They came out and knocked down threes on a regular movement up and down the court there, and proved to be the difference in this ball game. One of those games, once again, we'll talk with Coach Cruz a little bit, how they hung around, but just could not pull it out at the end to come away with a victory. Let's take a look at the shooting today for the Rams. Started out cold today in that first quarter, just 1 out of 8, but then bounced back, going 3 out of 9 in the second, 4 out of 9 in the third, 5 out of 11 in the fourth quarter. For the game, 13 out of 37 for 36%. Rams struggled behind the arc. Got one early on from Avery Cruz in the first quarter and did not get another three-pointer the rest of the ball game. Three-point shooting, the big difference here in this contest on this Saturday afternoon. Rams went 1 out of 2 in the first quarter, 0 for 2 in the second, 0 for 2 in the third, and 0 for 4 in the fourth. Just 1 out of 10 for the ball game for 10%. At the free throw line, Paoli, a nice job today. 2 out of 2 in the first quarter, 3 out of 5 in the second, 2 out of 3 in the third. Did not shoot a free throw in the fourth quarter. For the game, 7 out of 10 for 70%. For the homestanding Edgewood Lady Mustangs today in the first quarter from 2-point range, 2 out of 5 for 40%, 2 out of 9 in the second quarter, 1 out of 2 in the third, 3 out of 6 in the fourth. For the game, 8 out of 22 for 36%. Three-point shooting, 0 for 2 in the first quarter, 1 out of 4 in the second, but 6 out of 9 in that third quarter. However, they came down to earth in the fourth quarter, just 1 out of the 7, and don't see or hear this stat very often as they shoot the same from both 2-point and 3-point range. 8 out of 22 inside the arc, 8 out of 22 behind the arc for 36%. Free throw line was a wash today as Edgewood, 2 out of 4 in the first quarter, 3 out of 4 in the second, 2 out of 2 in that third quarter. Did not shoot a free throw in the fourth quarter, and like the Rams, ended up for the game at the line, 7 out of 10 for 70%. Once again, that big 22 third quarter, that's where they scored those 22 points to make the difference in the ball game, as once they got the lead there in that third quarter play, never gave it back up, and were able to hold on for the win here today. A final on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, Edgewood 47 and Paoli 38. As we continue with the OC Eats post-game report, we'll take a look at individual scoring here today. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home, protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
OC Eats post-game report from Edgewood High School on this Saturday afternoon. Taking a look at individual scoring for the Rams here this afternoon. Jericho Hopper with 21. That's one shy of her season high. She had 22 in the game against Shoals. 7 on the day for Kaylin Hannon, 3 for Avery Cruz, 2 for Addie Payton, 2 for Lily Hall, 2 for Jay Walker, and 1 for Tariana Burkhead. Jada Smith saw action but did not score. Edgewood in their win today put 3 players in double figures, led by Allie Bland with 15, Macy Kreider with 14, Kylie Murphy with 12, and again, all of that damage coming in the second half of play. 6 points for Anna LaRoche. Addison Yerby started but did not score. Kelsey Davis, Caitlin Wright, as well as Lizzie Austin off the bench. They did not score for the Edgewood Mustangs. Scores by the quarters. The Rams led at the end of one, 7-6. They had a 2-point advantage at the halftime break, 18-16. But again, that 22-10 margin in the third quarter for Edgewood boosted the Mustangs up by 10 at the end of 3, 38-28. Rams tried to get back in it, got to within a couple of possessions, but they fall here today. Your final, 47-38. Edgewood improves to 9-2 on the season, while Paoli falls to 2-8. Head coach Donovan Cruz joins us now here on the road. Kind of a scenario, Coach, we've seen again. We fall behind, then we get close, but just cannot pull it out there late in this game on the road. But again, your girls played hard.
We played hard, and like me and Bert was just talking, I think we put, for the most part, 4 solid quarters together, which is what we're looking for. We put 2 together the other night against a really good team. This is a good team here. I think they've lost, 2 games all year, 8-2, something like that. So we played 4 good quarters. I think the difference was we had a few mental breakdowns on leaving the shooters when they got hot. We didn't, we left a couple of shooters and we over-rotated a couple of times so the skip pass was available. So they burned us on that. It's credit to them. They got hot and they found the shooters. And then we kind of lost our concentration on a few really easy bunnies. I call bunnies, inside the volleyball line. I would probably miss 3 to 5 of those, and we got to make those. Like I told the girls, I said, if we just make those alone and don't change anything else, when we call the timeout with 38 seconds to go or whatever, we're probably up 5 instead of them up 5. I mean, because, you score there, you don't give up a transition points on the other end or something like that. But, a lot of positives, I think we're getting better, and that's a good team. I was really worried how we would handle their pressure. And I thought we did fine. We had ourselves for 10 turnovers. I don't know what you guys had.
I can't remember. Bert's got it over
there. But it
there.
wasn't a whole lot. It was manageable for sure, and we had ourselves giving up 9 offensive rebounds, which, is not great, but it's getting better, So we can deal with those. We can deal with right around 10 for both of those. Again, just we executed really well. We were able to ISO a couple of their kids, got to the point where the one kid couldn't even play because we kept kind of picking on her, which is what you got to do, and but the kids were executing, get to where it needed to be there in the first half. And, the little run they made at the end of the first half kind of hurt, it really hurt. We took way too quick of a shot there at the end of the second quarter. We shot 3 with 8 seconds to go. That's not even what we wanted. We wanted to get that thing inside and then let Jericho go to work, and then if they double, then we'll kick it out. Then we'll get to 3 with, 3 or 4 seconds to go, and then they don't have a chance to go all the way down. So just a few minor things that we fixed, and we win that game.
Well, it was a game, as you mentioned, against a very good team, and that third quarter proved to be the difference. They got hot on you from three-point range.
They did. They got hot, and, like I said, we over-rotated a few times, but we also got in foul trouble, which was really frustrating for me watching the game, trying to figure out how we're the ones in foul trouble, but it is what it is. We got to have kids come off the bench and do a little bit better job of that when that happens. And, like we told the kids, when you go on the road, you're probably not going to get a lot of breaks, and especially against a physical team, you're just going to have to play through it and continue to battle through it. So that was kind of frustrating, but it's a learning experience, a good team on the road, and gave them all they wanted. And, a minute to go, we were right there,
Coach, I still thought with that 2-3 zone, you caused some problems for them today.
We did. We really worked on it yesterday because it wasn't very good against Orleans. We gave up the high post way, way too much, and I don't know. I'm sure Kreider probably scored 2 or 4 points there around the free throw line, but they didn't get much inside, and they didn't get much from the free throw line. They kind of got us on the high-low a couple of times because we went out too much, but we were really concerned with her at the free throw line because she's really good at flashing, and she's got a really quick release. She can jump really high. I mean, the kid is strong, and she just kind of jumps over everybody. So you can't let her get the ball there. So that's one thing that we really focused on, not letting her get it there, and she didn't. I mean, in the second half, they ended up putting her outside and didn't even have her in there. Then, though, a kid that good, she hit probably 2 of her threes or probably 3 feet behind the line, and we kind of sort of had a hand in their face, but, at the high school level, you don't really expect them to make that. You can, you're almost at the point like, yeah, you can shoot it 3 feet behind the line, but I'll just block you out. But she's able to elevate and get over the defender so well, it's not that hard of a shot for her. She's a nice player.
That she is. I mean, she's a tough matchup for anybody.
She is. She's a load. She's got some height. Like I say, she's so strong. She's a good player, and then they're able to have a few shooters with her that it makes it hard to double on her because, we never did in our game plan have double down. We just said we just got to find a way to guard her. And for the most part, I thought we did a pretty good job until she kind of hit a few threes there at the end. I'm not sure how many she ended up with, but she ended up getting some points on us because of the threes. But, game plan, defensively we did a nice job. Offensively, like I say, we handled their pressure, just clean up a few things, and then we have it.
Still kept digging. That's the thing about this team, Coach. You think you might be out of it, but all of a sudden you make some plays to get back in it.
Yeah, we were, down 10 with 2.5 or 3 to go, and the next thing you know, it's a 4-point game, because we kept debating on when we were going to change defense, when we were going to start putting a little pressure on them, and we said, let's just stick to our guns, let's get stops, let's keep chipping away, and we did. We got them to take some shots that we wanted them to take, and they probably didn't want their kids to take. We were able to get the rebound and attack on the other end. So we just kept chipping away, stuck to the game plan, and, a little bit less than a minute to go, it was a 4-point game, and at that point you feel you like your chances, So, that's a good thing. We never did hang our heads, because I think in the Orleans game when we got down 10 or 12, we kind of hung our heads and, we didn't continue to keep working at it, and keep trying to find a way. And today, and I challenged the girls today. I said, I can't want it more than you. My days are over. Unfortunately, I can't play anymore. So when there's a loose ball, you've got to get it. When the shot goes up, you've got to find a way to block them out. And we were on the floor a lot today. Got like 50 balls. We did a nice job on the rebounding end. So a lot of positives. And like I say, we just never quit. We just kept coming at them.
Well, hopefully, Coach, that type of play will continue Tuesday night when we make another road trip, this time down to the south.
Yeah, definitely. Another road trip, and that's what I told the girls. I said, you can't hang your head. Don't hang your head on this one. Watch the film. See what we're talking about on just a handful of things that you clean up and win a game like this. But you got to be ready for Tuesday, and go into the break with a win, and then, we got plenty of time to prepare for that tournament. So that's the big thing is learn from today and get better for Tuesday.
Coach, thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you Tuesday night.
All right, thanks. I appreciate it.
And Coach Donovan Cruz of the Paoli Rams, they fall here today on the road to Edgewood 47-38. We'll be back to wrap up the OC Eats postgame report. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Riley Oil is pleased to announce they are once again pumping gas for their valued customers after the 2023 tornado outbreak at their Paoli location. The Riley family invites you to stop in and fill up with quality Marathon gasoline and diesel. Stop in and check out the facility, grab a cold drink and a Hoosier Lottery ticket. Be sure to visit their other 2 locations in Orleans and Hardinsburg and grab a snack, drink, or something cooked fresh from their grab-and-go hot bar. Riley's Marathon offers after-hours pay at the pump for your convenience. Visit them off the east side of the Paoli Square in Orleans and Hardinsburg.
Win for the Edgewood Lady Mustangs improved their record to 9-2 on the season, as they will be back at home on Friday night when they will take on Indian Creek. As we just talked with Coach Donovan Cruz, the Rams are back out on the road Tuesday night, head down south to take on the Clarksville Lady Generals. That game will be at 6, again, just 2 quarters of JV, so that means that we'll be around 7 o'clock tip-off in our pregame around 6:45 Tuesday from the Chuck Franz Gymnasium at Clarksville Junior-Senior High School. Rams rolled. They were right in this ball game until the third quarter when all of a sudden Edgewood able to break it open with hot 3-point shooting, going 6 out of 9 in that third quarter, outscored the Rams 22-10 to get them down 10. But the Rams fight back, get it within 2 possessions, but come up short here today, losing it to the Edgewood Lady Mustangs 47-38. Paoli now falls to 2-8 on the year. By the way, 2 JV quarters here today that Paoli was able to come up with the advantage there after 2 to win that shortened contest 15-13. As always, thank our great sponsors for allowing us to bring you high school basketball not only this afternoon but throughout the entire season for the Paoli Lady Rams. A big thank you as well. A great job as always by our engineer and producer back at the studio today. That's been Melissa Wall. And most of all, thanks to you for listening. For Bert Tedigo, I'm Dave Dedrick. As we wrap up the OC Eats postgame show, OC Eats delivering happiness right to your door. We'll see you soon. The final again today on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard at Edgewood High School. It was Edgewood 47, Paoli 38. Good afternoon, everybody.
High school sports on Mix 95.3 WUME is brought to you all season long by Bender Lumber, Cave and Calcar Quarries, Dillman Scott Funeral Home, Hoosier Hardware, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, In Focus Eye Care, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC, Orange County Fiber, Orange County CASA, Orange County Community Foundation, Paoli Health and Living Community, Riley Oil Company, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Summers Seamless Gutters, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Orange County Eats,